All right,
You can start playing.
we'll be ready in three, two, one, go. So, out of Crimson Needle only took us about 10 days, I would say. And most of it was due to the boss. Funny deep lane skip here. And this game took us a lot more because Amaranth is the one that needed the most adjustments to the brute forcer and a lot more manual shenanigans as well. And somehow the TAS runtime, both video and just in general, it's much longer than Crimson, despite the fact that there is no boss. It's just pure needle, and this is any percent because we kept the macro and all the input file in case we wanted to go back, because the game is apparently going to be updated. Oh, there's also two different skip on the screen. Here's the second one. So the game has been said that it might be updated this year, so we were waiting to maybe transition to 100% if the game was updated, which it wasn't. We fell back to just doing an 80% run for this game. There's a tiny skip here where we skipped some jump. There's a bunch of shortcuts all over the place. Sadly, that's the main chunk of the time save. There's not any crazy skip we can do. Kinda similar to CN2 in that regard. We're kinda limited in our speed by the layout of the screen and the spike in general. Like here again, we do a tiny couple skips here and there, but not many things. There's sadly isn't much to do during these TAS. I mean in terms of big time to gain. But optimized movement, I feel like in Needle is still always kind of impressive to watch. Even though none of these strats are viable. And just zoom through everything. In this screen, the whole top right part, we kind of skip it by doing a smaller line grab, which avoid going back through the water, which is a lot slower and just falling. Here there's the funny Hades plane skip. Again, even when we go in water, we want to try to, as much as we can, avoid being in water because it's just so much slower. So when we climb along the water, we try to just jump in the water to refresh the jump and then jump out of the water and repeat that. So here we do a funny 4.5 skip. And also something to note is that on this screen, the platform that you see near the end of the screen is, I believe, 2 or 3 pixels shorter than the normal Fangame platform. And that causes a bunch of issue when we try to fully optimize it. And here, by doing this weird jump at the bottom and just grabbing the vine, which you're not really meant to. I don't know if it's the maker didn't expect or if it's just that precise. We didn't even try it out here, but kind of just skip half the screen. Yeah, there's another 4.5 skip here. That's a spike 4.5. Another like a skip that we just kind of like fully skip. So yeah, Amaranth Needle is, as you may have noticed, CN1 and CN2 inspired fan game, and despite that, is like I think it's a lot harder than those games. Also, yeah, the key that we're not gonna grab. So about the graphic design is my passion. Most of the tile sets in this game are made by the main maker of this game, which is Bass. The credit, he credits every single tile set, and like 90% of them credited to them. They credited it to themselves. Oh yeah, by the way, this screen originally the Brute Forcer took 4 days, and then we like ourselves tried to see which path was the most optimal, and then blocked off and brute forced it in parts. And then that took us like half an hour. Funny. That's due to like essentially how the heuristic and how like the path is calculated. It's not great for open room like these. It's very efficient for like corridor needle. Oh yeah, this song is a sped up version of a song that's in a bunch of Fangame. It's really funny. Just by doing this weird corner in the beginning, we kind of skip the right side of the screen entirely. And because of how the transition work, we barely get to hear the scream, the sped up scream. Perfect song cut. Alright, so this tile set on the next screen has rounded water, which we couldn't really implement properly, so we had to find some workaround. We did end up implementing it, but it was kinda took us quite a while. So all of these water are like different water. The more transparent one is Catharsis water, and the other one I think is water 2. The one where you double jump in it and it refreshes, and it doesn't refresh. We'll skip here by going under. Oh yeah. This style set. Sadly, it's one of the few uneventful tile sets in the run. This one has a lot more like shortcut and skips than CN2 has, and despite that, it's still longer. But the last couple for this game are quite a beast, I will say. Not that they aren't in CN2. coming next, we have the same kind of trope as in CN2. There's like 2 rooms, except unlike CN2, it's like this one is a tower and the other is a very long horizontal room. And we test both, and turns out this one is faster, but exactly 22 frames, which is like less than half a second, because it's a 50 FPS game. So yeah. Also something to note, I guess, the warp that you see that are like this small purple warp rotating, they actually use the normal warp hitbox that is invisible and rotate as well. And the issue is we realized that pretty late in the run, so technically we could go back and try to like optimize that with like rotation of the warp. Try and gain a couple frames here and there by jumping in like the proper corners when possible. So yeah, there is some time still to be gained there, but it's not that many frames I guess we would have had up in a 100-troll game. That's like one of the few optimizations we kind of missed. Okay, we did a little D-plane shortcut. I wouldn't call that a skip. Near the end of the screen. I always keep going to the right and landing because it's just slightly slower. Another fast bike 4.5 here. Like there is a lot of skip in this game, especially the second part. Is another 4.5. Keep to that save. Also we did the fall between like the diagonal down. I'm not sure it's which. Another key we're not gonna grab. Now another. I'm just adding screen, I guess. Only thing we can do here to be as fast as possible is just bonk. But yeah, not much to do here. It's just going on. So for this tile set, in CN2 there was a lot of tile sets that had like wrong pixel and wrong hitbox, as we said. This was one of the few in Amaranth. Amaranth didn't have as much as CN2. And this one didn't even cause issue for most of everything. The optimal, it only caused an issue on the water drop at the end of this screen, as you can see. There's like an extra pixel on the side of, I think, the right facing spike. And it was during this stutter here that like kind of had to like we couldn't do it as optimally, and then we went to look and the spike had an extra pixel. We just had to like take a frame loss here. So here we dipped out of the water for a tiny bit. Also, for the next screen, it's pretty much going to be instantaneous, so yeah, once we reach this warp here, don't blink. Because the next screen, kinda ignore it in a funny way. by doing the water grab there and skipping the whole screen instantly. Also here we jump off the water on top of the spike before the save, because this way we can just keep going forward, you know. I hope you like that song. We've now entered funny ice and water stage. And here we just abuse the fact that the screen border doesn't kill us until like more than halfway through. We just kind of ignore those apples. A classic black and white tile set. Penny 4.5 here. Keep a single landing. Oh yeah, no, this game really wants to be CN1 too, you know. It's very much what it tries to be, very hard. It is very much, as I said, like a Crimson Needle fan game. Oh yeah, the apple, the weapon of the apple last screen was one of the few manual inputs that Nameless did for that TAS, because Nameless is usually the one doing most of the needle. But most of it was done by either me or the brute forcer. Well, most of it the brute forcer. Although it does have like a lot of limitation. But we kind of learned the hard way doing this. And the water is like very difficult to see in some places in this tile set. But there is a bunch of water. Oh yeah, I guess I need to mention it, but this game, just like Crimson and Crimson Eagle 2, we needed to modify to allow for window trick, because otherwise there's like no way to do window trick in Game Emulator. And the window trick is just the fastest way to swim in the water, because essentially we can do a window trick input every frame. So we essentially start a full jump every frame in water. So yeah, swimming in water is excessively fast when we just want to go up. Oh yeah, here we do a 4.5 out of the corner up to skip like the save and the going around. Which is not pretty as seen by the amount of stutter required. Would have been done smoother, I guess. But yeah, when doing this TAS, especially needle TAS, we just try to do what's fastest. We don't try to do something that like look particularly smooth or look humanly viable. We just go fast, you know. And we do a small squish diagonal here with tiny shortcuts, and here we also do like I think it's just a squish diagonal on that screen. And goodbye, yeah. Reiki. I believe currently the key just unlocked part of the post-game hub, which we don't see in this one because it's like after the credits, pretty much. And I think that like we stopped the input early, so we didn't render it either. It's kind of like our bad. But yeah, the key that you get, you just have to do a backtrack, get to the warp, and you unlock part of the post-game hub, but I'm not sure what's in there. I think there's some extra screens, but I'm not sure the one that are meant to be accessible and the one that like aren't. Some certainly are like unfinished from what we've seen, but some like definitely are like finished and playable, so yeah. I'm not sure how much of the post game is available. Also heater of a song. Hey Nero, thanks for the raid. Alright, so this is the tower. Welcome. Gonna skip the first right half here by a couple of funny jumps. Yeah, I believe this tower just this tower took 2 days and a half for the brute force and the adjustment we had to do because the macro kept desyncing. I don't even think we've done it as of tortured yet. Maybe I should look into it. Oh yeah, I believe this is CN2 layout, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, in the latter part of the game, there is a lot of Triforces. Yeah, the further you get into Amaranth, the crazier it gets. The amount of planes and other like very tight jump in long saves is pretty high, honestly. I did say it's oh, yeah, that's another 4.5, I think. Yeah, that's a 4.5. But yeah, this game is harder than N2. I don't know how it compares to Sin 3 because they're widely different games. And I haven't played Amaranth at all, and I haven't played enough of Sin 3 either, so. Alright, I think we're coming up on the Needle Rush, I believe. Yep, Needle Rush moments. They're kind of similar to like the Key Rush, I guess, in CN2. Here we have a Needle Rush where we have to collect letters. You guys can take, I guess, a bet onto what it's gonna try and spell out. Sadly, we didn't like route or plan out something to make it spell out something funny. Know that we didn't see many of like an opportunity either. Oh yeah, we kind of just go under here and oh, never mind. That's not the one where, oh yeah, we do skip the top left here. That's where the skip is. I think that's the only like skip. Here we have this very fancy A. What could it be? A man. A man, I guess. Alright. Another egg. Wait, that's an R, my bad. They just kind of look pretty similar. What could it possibly spell? Also, shoutouts to like, I think, one of the coolest way to do a black and white tile set, and it's the only screen that it's used in the whole entire game. And there are much uglier, in my opinion, tile sets that are used, like through a much longer section of the game. That is just how it is. We just ascend now. So yeah, here by doing this kind of weird jump at the beginning, we just kind of skip the right side of the screen because we don't really care about it. There's gonna be this screen, and on the next screen there's gonna be a screening flash warning, but I'll say it when it is. Oh yeah, the end of the screen is very funny, by the way. The pit is fake. The only spike that's real is the downward facing spike. So we just drop here and fall as fast as we possibly can. So yeah, once we reach here, the row at the bottom, every time we jump we'll be transitioning between screens. So there'll be a flashing screen coming up ahead. And it's over for now, but there's gonna be another flashing screen. When we reach the last row, essentially, we're gonna go left instantly to not get the secret and go to the next screen. The flashing screen warning now. There we go, it's over. Because essentially it just we just get teleported to another secret and we bail out of that other secret. We instantly get taken to 93. So yeah. And now we're back with some more tight needle. And again, some very beautiful, very beautiful tile sets. Yeah, again, most of these tile sets are done by the maker of this game. So they made some really good tile sets and some really bad tile sets, and they decided to put the really bad tile sets for a longer period of time than the really good tile sets. And that's just something I just don't understand. I can respect it, but I just don't understand it. And now we're kind of like racing to the finish. Oh yeah, this is also another real heater in the game. Oh, there it is. Alright. And now we're getting to the last free screen of the game, as per tradition. There is some minor skip and there's one really funny skip on the next screen, the last screen. We do a weird align grab that looks like we lose a bit of time to do something very funny. So here we do an align grab to here do this and not enter the water, and turns out it's like half a second faster to do this. So that's one of the very funny skips we can do, but there's sadly there isn't much to do on this for the 100s. And that's it. Clear. So, also for the font, we tried very hard to get the original font working. Because as I said, we have to modify the game, so we recompiled it. And we managed to get the original font working, but the spacing was wrong all over the place, and it was completely ineligible. And so we decided to put this very basic font. So Bragbass is the main maker, and now you can try and play a game which is counting the amount of tile set made by Bragbass. Whatever. I love that note. But yeah, as we get to the end, I want to thanks the Fangame Marathon for accepting the run that we submitted, the TAS team this year, for hosting this event. And yeah, reminder that like the run we showed this year, we put a lot of effort. We tried to do something interesting despite like the time constraint, because as we've said, we were working on another project that sadly we couldn't realistically finish in time. That's why we decided to go with these 3 games. So yeah, I guess be on the lookout for potentially maybe next year if we manage to finish it by then.
Well, hopefully. That would be nice to have.
It would.
We'll be looking forward to it. Alright, in that case, thank you very much for coming on for the last test.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for having us.
Hey, glad to have you on. Up next, we have the last... Well, I guess it's not the last game. It's the last game before the last game. That's correct.